You're listening to FUBAR Weekly on KDSR, Demo Spin Radio, brought to you by ARC Network Live 365, the station where everyone deserves to be heard. The following program contains strong language and adult content. Listener discretion is advised. All suspects are innocent until proven guilty in a court of law.
We'll do it live. We'll do it live. Fuck it. Do it live. I'll write it and we'll do it live. Fucking thing sucks.
The fucking thing does, in fact, suck. Thank you for that, Mr. Bill O'Reilly. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. FUBAR Weekly Show. Today is Tuesday, the 9th of June. You know what that means? Nicole, what's that mean?
It's 69 day.
Wait a second. Hang on. Now try.
It's 69 day.
Yay. What a good day.
Yeah.
So today is 6/9. Hopefully you guys can hear me nice and loud. We're operating with a little bit of a different system than I would normally operate with here. Yeah, let me make this a little louder. Is that better? Is that too loud for you, Nicole?
No, it's good.
Perfect. So we got a couple things we're going to talk about tonight prior to our guest coming in. I'm very excited about our guest this weekend. This week, rather. Our guest this weekend is Kyle Kunz from Crime Scene Cleaning, the YouTube channel. Check it out if you have not done that. But don't do it right now. Watch the show. He's going to be coming in at about 9:15. What else? Hang on. I had notes. I brought my notes.
You got notes?
Well, sort of. I mean, I had some topics I wanted to hit. And there was some things actually got to pull up for Kyle. No, not that. What the hell is that? I'm like seeing things. I'm dropping things. I'm disorganized as fuck as usual, but I love you guys. I appreciate you guys listening. Okay, so the first thing is today is 6/9, which was you that sent it to me today, saying today is National Sex Day.
National Sex Day.
National
it is indeed.
Sex Day. Does it count if I do it myself?
Sure.
All right, I'll take that. That's fair. Yeah, so hopefully everybody got laid today. I hope so. If you did, congratulations. If you didn't, hey, it's, there's still a couple hours left, depending on where you are. Unless you're Maddie listening from Australia and today is already tomorrow, so you're already fucked.
I always forget that he's already tomorrow.
Seriously.
Yeah.
I wish he'd tell me what the fucking lottery numbers are. But he doesn't. Something about it. That's not how it works or some shit. I don't know. So today is 6/9. Happy 6/9. So 6/9, and we know 69 is a very important number in my life.
It's your favorite number.
It's my favorite number. It was my jersey number. It's the temperature my house is set to. At all times, my house is always set to 69 degrees. I have a sign in my house that says "I love 69."
Do you?
Yeah, my wife used to hold it up on my football games.
Oh yeah.
So the other thing, I have a big announcement for everyone. Big announcement is Saturday, July 18th, Cafe Spiga in Mount Sinai, New York. I am going to be in New York on stage performing comedy for the first time since the coronavirus started.
Yay.
And where am I going to go? The biggest hotbed in the country for coronavirus, New York City. So if you're on Long Island, set your schedules. It's going to be one fucking crazy show. It's me, Peter Wolfinger, Paul Bond, Terry McNeely. Little Raj is going to make an appearance. And the most important, I keep forgetting you guys are over there. The most important thing that's going to be there is Zeppelis. There's going to be a Zeppeli truck.
What was it? July what day?
July 18th. Why are you going to go?
No.
You're welcome to.
I will try.
I'll get you free tickets. I know a guy.
Oh, thank you.
John Butera's putting it together.
Oh, okay.
Gotta love John. So much love, John. It's National Sex Day, and I didn't get laid today. What the hell? What's the point of being in a relationship? Kara, if it makes you feel any better, I didn't jerk off today, so,
I didn't jerk off today either.
Congratulations.
Thanks.
Did you get laid, though?
No.
The fuck?
I sent Kayla a GIF
I either don't want to know or really want to know, and I'm not sure. Probably I really want to know because I'm a disaster. I'm a fucking walking disaster. So that's the big announcement is Cafe Spiga. We missed you guys last week. I don't really want to spend too much time talking about the current social climate and the protests and the not so good protests. The rioters here in Tampa, we got hit pretty hard with some shady shenanigans. There's plenty of giant talking heads out there in the world that are doing plenty of talking about this. The 2 cents of some fucking fat comedian that tells dirty jokes is not really worth a shit. Is that a mask or a beard? Benny, it's a beard because I haven't had the need to shave. I've been fucking lazy. I've been working from home. I'm either working from home or I'm working on my home or my wife's car. So this is what lazy looks like, my friend. I know you're always shiny. He is, man. You know what's funny? Somebody posted, either you or your mom posted a picture of all of you guys from like 8 years ago. Mm-hmm. And every single one of you looks exactly the fucking same. Like you haven't changed.
That's not true.
None of you.
That's not true.
I'm dead serious.
My mom has a different hair color.
Actually, you know what? Your mom looks a little younger. Your dad, exactly the fucking same.
I have different glasses.
Okay. That's it.
My dad doesn't age though. My dad literally doesn't age. He's looked the same for the past like 15 years.
Your dad's like, no excuse. Sorry, sir. I'll shave tomorrow morning or tonight. Either way, I will be clean shaven next time you see me. How about that, Benny? Just for you because I love you and I respect you. Like I actually feel bad. It's like my own dad being like, "There's no excuse."
I think I feel like every day.
And my father would tell me the same thing. Actually, my father would tell me the same thing, but he would like call me. He used to call me a tick turd.
A tick turd.
Yeah, because it's like a little piece of shit.
Super small. Wow. Wow.
Yeah, my dad had great fucking. Coley has new ears. Coley does have new ears today because we're running a little bit of a different audio setup to accommodate the what'd
our guest.
Yes,
Zoom call.
Jeez, thank you. See, this is why I have Nicole.
Hey.
If I didn't have Nicole, I don't know what the fuck I would do.
Aw. You would be sitting in a room talking to yourself.
That's true.
Like most YouTubers. We're better than them.
Here's the thing, though. I do that. Like, I mean, because I do the voice work.
Oh, yeah. I guess you're right.
I sit at home talking to myself like a lot.
It's no different. It's no different than when I go live on Instagram.
It's true.
Except it's usually in my car talking to myself.
Yeah, but you get a lot more people. Like when I'm doing voice work, I'm talking to myself and there's not even an audience. And the audience can't see me. So most of the time I'm like Bert Kreischer-ing it. I'm in there with no shirt on. I like the way the sound echoes off my titties. Okay, don't fucking judge me.
You know what? It's your house. You're allowed to dress however you want.
You're damn right. Tell that to the rest of my fucking family who like your balls are hanging out.
Well,
again.
they can hang out. They can hang out. They can dress how they want to.
That's true. Raj is 15. He still runs around naked before and after he takes a shower.
He's liberated.
Like, no, he just doesn't give a shit.
He's liberated.
Ridiculous.
Oh, today is National Exhibitionist Appreciation Day.
Because it's 6/9.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, there you go.
So anyway, back to what I was saying. I don't want to spend too much time talking about what was going on. We blacked out as a sign of solidarity with the rest of the entertainment industry, symbolically to show that there's some bad shit going on in the world, kids. There are bad people doing bad things to people who don't deserve it. People who've been treated like shit for many, many years, and we all need to do better.
I agree.
All of us.
Yep.
And I'm all for people protesting. I absolutely embrace it, whether I agree with what you're protesting or not. And I'm not just talking about this. I'm talking about like everything in general. If there's a group of people protesting, whether I agree with it or not, as long as they're doing the right thing and being conscious for everyone around, then protest the fuck out of it. Go fucking crazy. Do your thing. But when people start, looting and burning shit and stuff, that's not cool. Blocking highways, that's not cool. So shoot somebody, but you still got to shave. Man, feel bad. So anyway, so that's why we didn't have the show last week. And you know, protests here in Tampa still going on. Protests nationwide is still going on. I'm hoping justice will be served in the case of Minneapolis. And you know, like I said, it is what it is. I don't like to get political. You guys know that. So I'm just going to leave it at that. And just a reminder that we all need to do better and treat each other better.
I agree.
Everyone.
Be
God
nice.
bless us, everyone, except for people who drive slow in the left lane and people who like Bon Jovi. Fuck those people.
Oh.
Like, I'm taking a hard line on this.
On Bon Jovi?
Yeah, Bon Jovi. That's
What
like
did Bon Jovi ever do to you?
I would rather someone listen to Winger. All right.
What is that?
It's a fucking. It was a crappy band. Like, seriously.
I thought you were gonna say Weezer, which is also
like Weezer. Beverly Hills. That's where I wanna be.
all their songs sound the same.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
If you want to destroy, you're making the face.
My
Okay,
sweater.
Hang on. Foo Fighters or Weezer?
Hmm.
You had to listen to one of those two bands. Which one of you? There's only two channels on the radio.
I guess Foo Fighters, because at least I don't have to listen to a whiny man.
Foo Fighters.
I know, even as much as I don't like them, but
How do
I'd
you
be.
not like
But
them?
at least if I was at a Foo Fighters show or I had to listen to them endlessly, I could be like, okay, well, at least Dave Grohl's been in the music industry for like 50 years or whatever.
Come on, the greatest thing that ever happened in his career was Kurt Cobain blowing his brains out.
You're not wrong.
I know. I'm sorry. The greatest thing that ever happened to his career was Courtney Love blowing Kurt Cobain's brains out.
I agree with that conspiracy theory.
Yeah, I do too. She had something to do with it. I mean, he was a tortured soul. Green Day, I'm kind of iffy on.
I like Green Day.
I like some of their songs. I think Billy Joe Armstrong is a whiny twat. I really do. And yeah, I mean, some of their songs are good. Some of their songs bring me back to my, high school days, late high school days. But for the most part, Billy Joe Armstrong's just a whiny twat.
It's like punk light.
It is. It's like pop punk or punk pop.
I like them and Blink-182 as well, even though Green Day's much older.
See, but the thing is, Blink didn't take themselves too, like Billy Joe Armstrong takes himself seriously.
Yeah.
The guys in Blink, Travis Barker's a fucking phenomenal drummer.
I agree.
Phenomenal. But they don't take themselves overly serious. I mean, they're not around anymore. They've broken up. By the way, Travis Barker in the Transplants, fucking great job. It's a collaboration he did with the members from Rancid.
Oh, I want to see that
side project.
Cool.
Well, it's a band. It's a group.
What's it called?
The Transplants.
The Transplants.
Check out the song "Gangsters and Thugs."
Okay.
It's like my theme song. Green Day was my first concert. Nice. What was your first concert, Nicole?
Something ska related, probably.
Nice.
Christian ska to be exact.
How the? Never mind. I don't want to know. I don't even want to know. I mean, if it was like the Boss Tones or Fishbone or something like that, that'd be
I know.
Rad. But
I mean,
Christian ska.
OC Supertones, they were a real ska band.
What the hell was a band? There was I think it was like a ska-ish band. Was it Fighting Gravity or something like that?
Ska's not dead.
That they played at my college, and every now and again, like they pop up somewhere, and one of us will be like, "Hey, remember when they came to Chowan and played?"
That's pretty cool.
Silly shit.
That's pretty cool.
Oh, Kara's telling me I'm so old. Fuck.
You're not old.
Actually, Benny, you know what my biggest motivation to shave is? You see how much fucking gray hair is in this bitch?
And?
I know. I'm just saying.
And?
It looks good on you, though.
Thank you.
Like this, there's just something like really cute about it on you. Like me, it's I look in the mirror, I'm like, fuck.
So do
No, I'm just gonna shave it the fuck off. No, I prefer to be clean shaven, especially because I'm fat and I sweat a lot. So, but
borrow some of your wife's mascara to give it a test run.
No, just shave it off.
Okay.
So it's like easier to shave it off. Like if I tried doing that with her mascara, I'd never fucking hear the end of it. Two places I've never ever looked, and we're together almost 20 years. Two places I've never looked: her purse and her makeup case.
Good.
If she's got
keep it that way.
If she says, "Oh, if I need hey, hon, you got a 20 on you?" Oh yeah, it's in my purse. I will fucking get her purse and carry it and give it to her.
That's a smart move.
Because I don't want to know, and not like I'm worried about finding something. Like I'm afraid something in there is gonna bite me. Okay, that's why.
What's the weirdest thing or most unique thing that she's ever like pulled out of her purse on a whim? Be like, one of your kids like stubs their toe or something, and she pulls out this.
Probably like snacks, to be honest with you. Like,
Okay.
But like she now carries a small, but like when we go somewhere, like we go to a theme park or we go do anything, she's got to pack luggage. She can't just go hiking for a day. This is why I don't go hiking with her, is because she's got to carry like a giant bag full of everything you could possibly need in any situation you could possibly find yourself in anywhere you are in the world.
Good.
But it's all the wrong shit.
I mean,
it's all like
you want to talk about people having bug out bags, but like, she's prepared.
It's like it's a bug out bag with useless shit. It really is. Like, okay, so I do the same fucking thing. I don't know if that means he brings that, but she brings the wrong shit, Benny. Like if I'm going hiking, first aid kit, pistol, knife, rope, matches, like utility survival stuff, and snack, water, stuff like that. But she'll bring like weird shit. I can't even like think, but it's always shit we don't need. It's like 10 tons of shit we don't fucking like we wouldn't need. Like Tupperware containers. I mean, what are we gonna do in case somebody loses a finger? We can stick it on ice. We don't have the ice. The fuck. Like being prepared is one thing, but bringing like 10 tons of useless shit is a complete other thing. Hopefully we see Kyle drop in shortly. See if there's no message from him. He's supposed to drop in. Oh wait, there's a message. Kyle. Hey, won't let me log in with the password. Motherfucker. Sorry for the dead air, kids. I was supposed to have a custom password for Kyle to use, and Zoom went and changed that shit on me.
Damn them.
Yeah, it was supposed to be 69, but no.
They probably didn't like it because it was today's date.
Probably, motherfuckers. So let's see if he pops up. Oh, here he is. Kyle.
Welcome.
All right. While this is loading in, I'll give him his intro, ladies and gentlemen. Our guest this week, there he is. Our guest this week is from Crime Scene Cleaners on the YouTube. He's an author, and he's fucking hilarious. I can't hear you. Try turning. Is your mic on? I see you. I'm not hearing you. Hang on, let me see. Make sure my volume's up. Ooh, hopefully nobody got that. Can't hear you, man. Bottom left-hand corner. I don't know if you can hear me. Your bottom left-hand corner. Oh, wait, hang on. Hang on. What the fuck? Can you hear me now? Speak.
Hey, can you guys hear me now?
Yes.
For some reason it automatically muted you. Zoom's been pissing me off lately, man.
Oh, I couldn't figure it out for the life of me. I'm like, what in the hell is going on?
I signed up for like a Zoom account, so I like pay for it, and they like every time I try to do a live feed with it, it changes the number, and I can't. It keeps fucking me, and I don't like that.
Yeah, because I'm sitting here, I'm like, I'm logging in with the password, I'm trying it again, it's not working here.
So hopefully we got everything going. I can hear you good. You can hear us good.
Yeah, awesome.
So welcome. This is my co-host Nicole over here.
Hi, how are you?
Hi.
Good to have you. I got to turn because usually everybody stares at the back of my head where I'm sitting. So try and be a little more social and polite. Thanks for coming on, first of all.
Hey, thanks for running me down in Publix.
Hey, well, I didn't actually run you down. I'm not that much of a dick.
Okay, true.
The backstory, kids. I'm actually a fan of their YouTube channel. I watch it because I'm fucked in the head. Really, I'm fucked in the head. So I'm leaving Publix by my house one day, and he's in front of me. I see the shirt, Spalding Decon, And I've been hit in the head a lot, so I forget people's names. So I completely blanked on your name. I'm like, what the? I'm like, hey man, I like your YouTube channel. And he's like, it's like, oh man, you were so nice, so polite. And you're upside down. And, and we were talking. I didn't even like at the time. I was in a hurry to get out, and I didn't want to bother you too much because I knew you got shit going on. So I'm like, I didn't even think to tell you about the show and ask you to be a guest. I was like, hey, I like the show. Appreciate what you do. Have a nice day. And then I text you. I'm like, shit, I should ask him. And I fucking texted you, and here we are.
Yeah. No, it was really cool. It was really cool. So I was actually told Laura about it, and she's like, "Oh, that's wicked cool," because it happens all the time with fans, but it never happens with anybody that has like a talk show and shit. So it was really cool. I was like, "Yeah, I'm definitely doing it."
Well, I mean, to be honest, most of what you guys do, and where you're typically working, it's not really a high interview environment. Usually you're covered in gross shit.
Yeah, no, normally I'm covered in complete. I mean, the day that you ran into me in Publix, like I had just got off a horrible decomp. I love to go to Publix right after those because I love to get the stares. So I'm like, everybody's looking at me like, what in the hell is that smell? And I'm like, just putting along, grabbing groceries.
just keep moving.
Yeah, exactly. I hope you guys don't mind. I hope you guys don't mind puppies. My boys are super nosy, so you'll probably see them in the camera.
Whatever. I mean, we probably have actually Nicole probably has questions for them
about the dogs.
Yeah, if you got questions for the dog, not about the dogs. Like if you have questions for the dogs.
Yes. What are their names?
Oh yeah. So little dogs is their big name. So it's Rolls Royce and Bentley.
All right. Cool. All right. Rolls Royce and Bentley.
That's fine. That's fine. Nicole usually brings her dog in. Chills around.
Okay.
Miss Minnie.
Okay.
So yeah.
I like dogs a lot.
And on camera, I don't have to worry about humping my leg. So we're good. They just see I got big legs, so they just like mount onto that shit. Whatever.
Yeah, it happened.
So aside from the crime scene cleaning, you are an author.
Yeah, I am. It's pretty cool.
I haven't had the chance to read your books because like you, I'm all over the place. I do this. I have a normal, quote unquote, normal day job that I do. So to get time to read it, but I kind of read some excerpts what I was able to find on Amazon. So your books, from what I could tell, are more murder mystery type things, but it seems like there's some personal touch to that in life.
Yeah, absolutely. My second novel is actually Secrecy: Memoirs from the Silent, and that's based on my life. I mean, I had a really fucked up past and just kind of came out of it. So, that's my real life story in that one. But Reflections Past is my third one. That's my novella. That was actually kind of just super fucked up and super macabre. It's about this guy who commits suicide and then walks through hell.
Nice.
Yeah. So my first one is my worst one. I can't stand.
First time out of the gate, man. It always happens.
Yeah, exactly. So I don't like to promote that one too much, but I've gotten good reviews on it. So I mean, hey, if they like it, they like it. I don't like it.
Well, you also got to remember that we're our own worst critics. So you may think it sucks, and somebody else might say it's great. I don't know how the dog thinks about it.
Yeah,
that reaction.
I don't think from that sound, I don't think he likes it. I don't think he likes the first one either.
Where can we find your books?
Oh, they're all on Amazon. Yeah, all on Amazon. If you just type in my name, Kyle R. Kunz, then they'll all pop up. And I'm currently working on a fourth one. So
nice.
That's kind of what I do on my spare time, is write and cook.
So when did you start doing the crime scene cleaning stuff?
I was certified in 2009. Turned around and I was living in Bradenton. So, there's a big need for our company down there, but it's just not the population. So I kind of put it around, sold adult novelties for, like 9 years at,
nothing wrong with that.
And then worked at a gas station and, some restaurants and things like that. And moved to Tampa about 2 years ago, and I harassed the shit out of Spalding Decon and finally, after 3 weeks of every day harassing them and wanting to get a job, they hired me. So it was on like Donkey Kong.
Nice. And there's nothing wrong with selling adult novelties. There's a comedian who's starting to really get up there named Chris Roach. He was on the last show that Kevin James did with Kevin Can Wait. Played his brother. He was a manager of an adult store on Long Island. So
hey, I never knock it. I mean, it paid the bills. I can't even lie. I mean, it did a little more than pay the bills some days, but you know.
Well, let me ask let me ask you this. Which one has better stories to come out of it? The crime scene cleaning or working at the adult store?
Oh, Lord Jesus. I don't even know. I think they're about the same. Honestly. I mean, they have to be about the same.
I'm guessing one is more fun than the other, and it's probably not picking up pieces of brain.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. There's some pretty slow nights there. It's pretty boring doing that. The job I do, crime scene cleaning, is never, ever a dull moment.
No, and that really comes through on the YouTube channel and the videos you guys put out. One of the things that's really cool about watching it is not just your sense of humor, but the sense of humor of the entire crew. Like everybody, you're dealing with some really horrific shit and making the most fucking fucked up jokes about it. And I sit there half the time looking at the screen like, that's fucking gross, and then laughing my ass off, which is really fucked up. But you know,
I mean, we get a lot of criticism on our YouTube just because of how we are on a scene. And to me, honestly, if I had to be this straightforward person, well, one, if I had to be straight, two, if I had to be this straightforward person to where I was having to do this 9 to 5 and come in and put a face on and pretend that I enjoy my job, then I would probably end up being another decomp. This allows me with my crew to be ourselves and have fun while we're working in a fucked up situation.
The more the situation is fucked up, the better of a sense of humor you have to have about it.
Agreed, 100%.
Otherwise, like you said, you're going to end up as another decom. You lose your fucking mind. And that's why, that's why when you see like, soldiers, service people that come over that served, in a battle zone, they're all fucking nuts. And like the most fun kind of nut. I have a lot of employees that are like that, a lot of really good friends, and we're all fucked in the head, like completely just the most disgusting shit we find hilarious.
Well, yeah. I'm like that too. It's kind of bad because I get just like that. Some of the most disgusting shit to a regular person, I'm laughing my ass off because you got to have a sense of humor with life.
Oh yeah, and that's what life is. Life should be fun and funny even in the dark times and the dark
100%.
places. And I think you guys having that sense of humor brings such a human element to the horrible job you have to do. It brings that human element, and to me, again, probably because I'm fucked up in the head, it's appealing to me. If I had to hire a company to do it, I would go for you guys just based on the way you guys handle things. I could tell you're incredibly professional, even though it doesn't show on the YouTube channel, you interacting with your clients or the part of it, but just knowing that, you guys care and care enough to make light of the shit.
Right.
That makes sense.
Right. And I mean, if you've seen the YouTube episode, or the YouTube series, then you 100% have seen me on jobs that fuck my mind up. Compared to jobs I can walk in, get the job done, and go.
And what's crazy is of all the episodes, and I've seen probably almost all of them at this point, the one that actually grossed me the fuck out was the one where I think did Laura buy the house with all the fucking roaches?
Oh yeah, I actually told her I was going to kill her because she bought the house. Yeah.
I mean, I saw the end result, and it came out really, really nice. But just watching now. every time they I don't know if you saw that episode, Nicole.
No.
And every time they moved something, there was just fucking roaches, just upon roaches upon roaches. It
Everywhere.
was like the blood and gore and shit, no problem. Fucking roaches are disgusting.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we had 2 bios in that job. The mother and the daughter were in there. The mother had died. The cats had eaten her. The daughter walked in. She killed herself. We had to clean that up on top of all of the other shit. We were on that job for 15 days.
Holy shit. Well, that was hoarding, right? That was a hoard.
So it was hoarding. We had to clear our way to the biohazard.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah. So I think the only thing that's not shown in that in those 2 episodes on our series is the biohazard portion, just because it was super difficult to try to get everybody in there and try to have it filming and trying to have it cleaned up, and frankly that portion of the job was probably the easiest. I think I had 3 mental breakdowns on that one job.
Man. And like I said, that was that could be like the biggest job I've seen you guys have to do.
Yeah.
Like overall.
Yeah.
You know, you said
100%.
15 days. 15 days is
15
insane.
days. Yes. It was absolutely unreal.
But the house came out nice.
Yeah. It's rented out and everything now.
That's insane. You gotta watch that episode, Nicole.
I will definitely check it out.
Definitely check that episode out. I slide down a fucking hill of garbage.
And that's actually now in the intro to the show.
It is. Yeah, with my goddamn Ken doll.
Man, and I gotta say, the show is just so compelling. It's like every time an episode comes, like I gotta watch it. And you know, I don't like to use the word star, but you're like almost the star of it because you're in just about every episode, but just your personality, like just ties it in.
Yeah. So I host the show. So essentially, you know, I do the intro, I do the outro, do the updates throughout, and things like that. I guess people are drawn to my super homo-ness.
Or just the personality in general.
Oh, that too. Yeah, that too.
And I guess the crew you guys have in Texas, which is on the show fairly often.
Deidre, Deidre and her crew are fucking fun. They're fucking awesome.
And they seem to have the same type of attitude and personality, not as bright and awesome as your personality, but just the way they make it move and they shed some light onto it, a little lightheartedness to it. They do a great job down there as well. Yeah,
Deidre and her team in Plano, Texas are amazing. And I mean, we franchise all over the country. So the coolest part is we're getting ready to open up another 7 locations across the country.
Damn.
Yeah. So
you guys doing something right.
Yeah, it's definitely awesome. I love it because I get to meet the new owners for the other states, and I get to help train them and bring them in and show them the true passion, I guess you'd say, behind it. Because I have a passion for what I do. For what I do, and I think that shows in the YouTube series as well. But we're all over the place and we're growing more and more. So we're hoping to include these other locations on our YouTube series.
So now when you guys go to bring in a new franchisee wants to come in, do you have to do like a screen test on them now, see how they do on camera?
No, one of those is kind of, it's like you make it or you break it. I mean, either you're pretty for the camera or you're not pretty for the camera, but you do definitely have to have personality. That's one thing that we look for even in just hiring people, because you cannot come in here like a bump on a log and expect a client to be happy with your monotone voice and you're just the style. You have to be upbeat, you have to be personal, you have to be fun in order to even make the situations good for the clients.
Okay. That makes sense. Now here's a question that I've been thinking about. You guys had done a live a couple weeks ago, where you were asking answering viewer questions, and I didn't get a chance to watch the whole video. But what is the most hilarious thing you found on a scene? You know, obviously not incriminating or talking about the situation of the scene or giving away any, but just the one thing that you think back on and just makes you laugh still.
So I'll give you a little bit of detail, which is why it's going to be so funny. I was cleaning an overdose in a pickup truck for a rental company. When I opened the back door, there was a giant rubber fist.
Did you name it?
And 3 other adult novelties lined up right next to the needles.
Oh Jesus! Well, you know, everybody's got to have a hobby, man.
Hey! I mean, I don't care to whistle while I walk, but you know, whatever.
Hey, the one thing I learned, and my grandmother told me this, that it ain't fisting until you get your wrist in.
That's there you go. Me. There you go.
Now what's that's horrible. She really told me that though. That's fucked up.
I love your family so much.
I know. What's funny is that same grandmother, you know, talking about making light of it. A good friend of mine is a funeral director up in New York. And somebody's calling me. Who the fuck is this? I'll call this fucker later. Hey John, I'm kind of on the air and I'll call you later, but you're sexy as fuck. All right, sounds good, bro. All right, later. That was John Butera from New York, ladies and gentlemen. He's one of the comics I work for when I go up there. But,
okay.
What the hell was I saying? Jimmy. So a buddy of mine is a funeral director, did my grandmother's funeral, and he's the guy that got me into comedy. He was a stand-up comedian, devout Catholic, went to church every Sunday, and then Sunday night we'd be working together telling dead baby jokes and the most fucked up shit. But this dude, what's fucking hilarious about him, we tailgate. My family tailgates every event. So my grandmother's funeral, we're tailgating. We're in the parking lot. We're drinking with the funeral director, who's got tattoos, like full sleeve tattoos. But when he's in funeral director mode, he's wearing a suit. You can't see it. But like, you know, after the wake and everything, we go out to the bar and he shows up with t-shirt, fucking tattoos. And I got family members looking at this guy like, is that the same motherfucker that was doing the... I'm like, yes, it was.
Yeah, don't judge a book by its cover.
But that's why you got to have levity. Now I got 2 stories for you that you guys had put out a thing that, you know, share your cleanup type stories. And I was gonna type it out, but I figured I'd just share them with you just to see your reaction and you know, what you thought of it. Now,
Lord.
The first one. Now I'll just preface this by saying both of these situations, a certified crime scene type biohazard cleanup company should have been hired, but was not.
Oh.
The first one, and this is kind of fucked up. I was working at a high-rise building here in the Tampa Bay area, and we'll say May of that year, a resident came to me, and I'm a big firearms guy, and older guy came to me and said, you know, I bought a gun. This was a World War II vet. He had some kind of muscular degenerative disease, and he said, I bought a gun for protection, but I need help loading it. And me, being the conscious, you know, if somebody needs help with a firearm, I'm going to fucking help them. I teach this guy how to load it. I load it. I safe it. I put it in the box. I tell him, I hope you never, ever have to touch that again. Fast forward 6 months.
Oh no.
I'm in I come in on a Monday morning, and my boss comes in, drops a stack of papers on my desk, and he's like, so-and-so blew his fucking brains out last night. And I'm thinking to myself, like, I put the fucking bullet in the gun. I'm like, what the I'm thinking I'm in like deep shit, because, you know, if they like dusted print, I mean, it was a suicide, but like if they dusted prints, you're going to see my prints on the casing. He called up the front desk where they had 24-hour security, told them, you guys are going to hear a gunshot. Don't worry, it's only me. Hung up the phone and pulled the trigger. Now, he had a lot of health problems, so there wasn't that much blood loss. You know, he shot himself. There was a stain on the bed, probably smaller than the size of a football.
Okay.
And that was it. It didn't seep through. You know, the security called the police right away, but by the time they got, he had already expired. So they left the mattress, of course. You know that. The building manager wanted me and my boss, we were maintenance in the building. They wanted us to dispose of the mattress.
Oh, shit. Did you just throw it in the dumpster?
Oh, hell no. I said, fuck no, I'm not touching that. This dude had a lot of health problems, and, you know, there was blood and stuff. You know, like he had like sores on his feet, so he had sheets all over the floor to walk on so he wouldn't stain the carpet with blood. So I'm like, we're not fucking touching anything in there. Fuck that. He got these guys that were working on the fire sprinklers. These, you know, guys barely spoke any English. Gave him $20 to get rid of the mattress. No containment, no, they hauled the mattress away.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Now, the funny part of that is when the family finally came to remove all the furniture from this apartment, me and my boss went in after they were done to shut the water off and set the air conditioner. We found the bullet. It had gone through him, through the mattress, through the box spring, and bounced off the floor. It was sitting right up against the bed rail.
I find that all the time. I find that all the time. And it was perfectly clean.
Looked like it hit the mattress spring because there was a dent in it. So that's story number one. Story number two is even more fucked up, if you can believe that. So here you go. Here's the setup.
Okay.
A hotel, a low-priced hotel in the Tampa Bay area.
Nebraska Avenue.
No. Adamo Drive.
Oh, okay. Oh, done.
Yeah. So I come in, my company had the security contract. I was working security. We had the security contract and I was covering it myself. So I come in and there's an older gentleman sitting on a couch. And apparently the hospital there were no hospice rooms available. The gentleman was homeless. So instead of finding care for the guy, they decided just to dump him off at this cheap hotel with gift cards. I'm dead. This is the most fucked up thing. So dude's in a hospital gown. He was brought by a taxi cab with gift cards to pay for the hotel room. And so they gave him a room. He had no ID, no nothing. They got him a room and basically gave him a hotel room to die in, which is, it blows my mind that people can be that, you know, have that lack of compassion. Oh, don't shake your head yet, Kyle. It gets fucking worse. It gets a lot fucking worse.
Oh, Jesus.
So couple days later, and we're all, because we're fucked up, we're placing bets on when this guy's gonna die. Couple days later, I come back, you know, I come into work, and it's like 11 o'clock at night, and this guy's back in the hotel lobby in a hospital gown, sitting on one of those diaper pads, you know, the absorbent pads,
right
on the couch. He was dropped off by a taxi cab. I guess he pulled his catheter out and had to go to the hospital and get it reinstalled. So that probably would have killed me there. Yeah. They wanted, I gotta try him because this is now a few years ago. So we called the hospice that was supposed to be taking care, the nurse service that was supposed to be taking care of this guy. We call them up like, this guy's in the lobby. He needs help to get to his room. We're not moving him. So you need to send somebody down here and take care of this. So this nurse shows up, and, you know, very bad attitude on this woman. She comes in and she wanted me to get a golf cart or the luggage cart to move this guy to his room in one of the back buildings. I said no. Then she wanted me to use my personal vehicle to move this guy. I'm like, fuck no. I'm like, you need to call some service and have him, you know, move, like, you know, a private ambulance service. She called 911. So Tampa Fire Rescue Hillsborough Fire Rescue shows up, and as soon as the first truck pulls up, I'm like, just so you guys know, the hotel and me didn't call. This is all on her. So, you know, the truck shows up first. She's got her car parked off to the side. I'm parked right in front of the door to the hotel. I tell the guys, I'm like, hey, this is my car here. If you want me to move it, just let me know. I'll get it the fuck out of you. He's like, no, you're fine. He's like, whose car is that? I'm like, that's the nurse's. Like, get her to fucking move it now. So they're all crowded around this guy in the lobby, talking. She's sitting there trying to be important. I just woke up and I'm like, hey, you, move your fucking car. There's an ambulance coming, in case you didn't know. So she got pissed. She got pissed at me. So fire rescue decides they're just going to bring this guy. They're going to use their ambulance and move him to the back building. He was very, very ill. So they move him back. They take care of it. The nurse comes up after some yelling back and forth at each other. She comes back to the lobby and she said, "Oh, there's going to be another ambulance coming to take this guy out to a hospice." Cool, no problem, awesome. That ambulance service shows up. We let him into the room. They take him. She wanted us to secure his personal effects and medications and stuff. Fuck that shit. Yeah, I'm telling you, it was a whole head shape, but I'm not done yet. It gets worse. It gets worse, man. So the ambulance comes. They take him. The ambulance driver calls about 10 minutes after they leave and says, "Be careful in that room. There's a lot of biohazard, and he's Hep C positive."
What?
Yeah. So, I just want, we needed to see what the condition of this room was. So we pop the door open, look in, and you can see in the room and you can see in the bathroom. You, in your experience, would have thought someone was fucking murdered in this room. Carpet, bed. We went around that back, and he was on the first floor, and there's a sliding glass door. We looked in. There was a puddle of blood next to the bed, with footprints. Like, I think the medic stepped in it, and so there were footprints of blood every fucking way.
Oh my God!
Did I mentioned before that they didn't call a crime scene or a biohazard cleanup company to clean that, right?
Did you have to clean that?
If I was told that I have to clean that, there would be 2 crime scenes to clean up.
I was gonna say that's kind of illegal.
No, but the hotel's housekeeping staff did. All they did was just gut everything and throw it in the dumpster. They took carpets, everything, put it all up by themselves and put it into the fucking dumpster. How about, and this is the shit that happens when they're too cheap to call you guys.
I'm kind of just,
yeah. And let me tell you, when I say, and I've seen some actual crime scenes in my day. I've lived a little bit, and this looked like there was fucking blood everywhere. I would have sworn somebody was murdered in that room.
I've done a couple of intestinal hemorrhage jobs, and those are just like a homicide. Absolutely.
Tons of
everywhere.
blood. Yeah.
Everywhere.
And that's what this was.
That is so bad.
And then add on that the guy was Hep C positive. There you go.
Jeez.
What do you think, Nicole?
I'm glad you're safe now.
Hell yeah. I opened the door. I didn't even step in. I opened the door. I looked in. We looked around. Closed that motherfucker. And then walked around outside. Looked in from the outside. Like, nope, we're done. I ain't going in there.
Oh my God. Yeah, that's...
So
we deal with shit like that all the time. We've had to go in after other companies and clean up.
Let me check out some of the comments from Booty Hole Troll says, "Oh my God, I love Kyle." That's a hell of a name, Booty Hole Troll.
Booty Hole Troll.
I don't know if you know who that is, but they love you.
Oh, so, perfect.
There you go. So now that you know what the fuck, well, I mean, I'm sure you knew already, but those were my 2 fucking crime scene cleanup misfires. And the hotel one was just because the owner or the general manager was too cheap to call a service.
Oh, that's so fucked up.
But and put his housekeeping staff, who most likely weren't documented, and big time risk.
At risk. That's so crazy. Good God. So what's you guys' favorite episode on YouTube through the series?
Nicole, you have a favorite?
I just follow them on Instagram.
By the way, I don't know if I told you. Remember when we went down to Hollywood?
Yes.
And we came up and there was the suicide on the other side of the road?
No.
We went by right before it happened. There was a suicide on 75. Dude walked in front of a truck.
Oh, today.
At highway speed.
Oh, I didn't know
that. Not today. Back in February when we were on our way back from Hollywood.
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah, it like I said, it happened right before. I think it may have just happened because there was some shit. You were half asleep.
Oh, okay.
But they did the cleanup.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Matter of fact, the picture I used as a promo was him working. I just happened to put our logo as if he's cleaning us because we're fucking filthy.
That's all right. I'm filthy too. It's okay.
You're in good company. But
yes, exactly.
So I think my favorite, even though I find it completely disgusting, is that double, the double death / horde / animals. That one that grosses me out is probably
Pet Cemetery.
Pet Cemetery. That's the name. That one could very well be my favorite. Aside from that, I don't necessarily know if I have a favorite, but they're all they're informative because it is it is instructional to some degree. People, you are teaching people about the shit.
Right,
but,
right.
You're not teaching them how to clean it, but you're just teaching about the existence and stuff like that. How much money is it for a typical cleaning? That's one of our listener questions. That's got to be from 0 to $1 million.
Yeah, I mean, I've had them up to 35,000, and I've had them as low as $500.
All right, it's a pretty good range.
I mean, average range, I would probably say would be like 15 to 5,000. That's probably like the average that we get. It just depends on how many victims there were, the situation, how many bio bins we're gonna have, things like that.
Now, what is your favorite episode that you did?
Oh, my favorite is definitely Double Decomp.
Yeah?
Yep, 100%.
Now, why?
That job was in a nudist community. So it was never a dull moment. It happened, so he had been dead for 8 weeks. No air conditioning in a 1-bedroom apartment on the 4th floor. And
I know that smell.
Yeah. Oh, it smelled a little like fried chicken. It had gone down from the 4th floor, leaked into the toilet, like down underneath it, followed the drain pipe and started leaking through the vent fan below.
I remember that.
The lady was using an umbrella when she was going pee because she thought it was just sewage leaking.
Ugh.
Only to find out 8 weeks later, it was her dead neighbor upstairs.
Her juicy neighbor upstairs.
Yeah. That was probably my favorite episode, though. 100%. We spent 7 days on that job. And it was super, super intense, but it was also fun.
What was that, a nudist colony? I mean, that's fun.
I have never met I have never met nicer people than in that community. Like, I actually debated on leaving all the clothes behind and just moving in.
You should do it.
Nicole says you should do it.
You should do it.
100%. I totally thought about it.
See, I'm too fat for that. I would get laughed at.
They're very accepting people.
No, it's so bad. It's so bad they'd laugh. Like I laugh at. Like I get out of the fucking shower. I'm like, hey, you fat fuck. Oh wait, it's me.
That's not true. They would accept you. They would love you just as you are.
Aw. Now what episode, not just episode, what scene like really hit you the hardest? Like it got you.
So with June being Pride Month and it also being PTSD Awareness Month, always the jobs that affect me the most are from the LGBT community and from our veterans or our active duty members, and they're always suicides. Those affect me absolutely the most because I know they feel super, super alone. I actually did a veteran suicide probably a month and a half ago, and they wrote never forget on.
Was that the one with the cat?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I saw that one. Yeah,
and we still have him.
Is he the office cat, or did somebody bring him home?
So one of the secretaries actually brings him home at night. I was going to bring him home, but my fiance is deathly allergic, even though I was like, you can, whatever, take the shots.
I feel his pain.
Yeah. So, I mean, I was like, I don't care. We're going to get you some shots. We'll get you some Zyrtec, whatever. We're taking this cat home. And then he came into the office, met the cat, and I thought he was going to die. So I was like, so you're not lying to me. And okay.
That seems pretty serious, man.
Yeah. So I was like, all right, so we're gonna have to figure out another thing. So the secretary actually just brings him home at night, and he comes and stays at the office with us all day.
Nice. That one was a hard hit. That episode.
Yeah, that was definitely an emotional one. I mean, any suicide is super emotional, but when it comes to a veteran or another member of the LGBT community, it kind of hits close to home. A lot of my family's in the military, and of course, me being a homo, things like that. So, it just hits kind of close to home. Those are the hardest ones to deal with.
I get it. One thing, when I first moved down here, I had interviewed for a job at a hospital. And for some reason down here, they don't have orderlies in hospitals to transport deceased from the rooms to the morgue. They have security do it.
Oh,
and
I did not know that.
Yes. And number one, it didn't fucking pay enough for that. Number two, my biggest thing that I have a tough time dealing with are kids. Having to deal with, a kid dying like that.
Yeah.
And even before I had kids, that really just fucked me up. Like adults, I've seen some of the worst things adults can do to each other. And, I get that. But kids, like, just fucking, it just breaks my fucking heart, like, unbelievably. So I can't deal with that.
We don't have very many jobs with children in them. Involved in them. I did a suicide where he was like 12 years old, was in the other room, and the only thing he did to me was that's all.
Oh wow.
And it was the nephew of the victim.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I mean, the only other time that I think that I've had to deal with actual children on this is we have an ongoing contract with like the city morgue. So we'll go in and we'll clean all of their coolers and all their freezers and disinfect everything and make sure it's all good to go. But then they have the kids in there too. And that's kind of what that kind of fucks it up a little bit.
Yeah, I get it. Now, bringing it back to a little more of a lighter note. We do a thing on here with all our guests called 20 questions. Now, we say 20 questions because 20 questions is a nice round number. It's actually grown to like 23 questions.
It's got to be an even number, man. Don't leave me at an odd number.
Well, I think we're actually at like 24. So we'll come up with another question should we end up with an odd number. Hang on, what do I got? I have 23 here. How many do you have?
I don't have any.
You have 2 questions.
Oh, well, yeah,
Jesus
I guess.
Christ. I mean, I know it's been a hot minute since we did this, but Lord, come on. We got to retrain you, Nicole.
I forgot.
This whole coronavirus thing fucked all of us up. Have you guys gotten
It really did.
Have you guys gotten a lot of calls for like COVID type cleanups? Or,
I have one tomorrow. I have one tomorrow morning. I actually, our crew and I travel the country, disinfecting for COVID-19. Jump on a plane and fly right along with it.
Damn. Can you guys get Odaban?
Odaban? Yes.
You can. We'll talk later. I need like 2 gallons of it.
All right.
I'll buy it from you guys, but I like my supplier I deal with cleaning stuff during the day. I don't really talk about it on the show, but I can't fucking get Odaban. None of my suppliers can get Odaban.
Right now, I think I have maybe a gallon left for myself at the office. Everything is hard to come by. Anything PPE or disinfectant related or any of that is.
See, we're finally able to get masks. We never ran out, but we're now able to get masks and gloves. Can't get nitrile gloves. We're able to get vinyl, which I mean, it's better than nothing. We don't have to deal with the shit you're dealing with, but cleaning toilets and shit, it happens. Okay, so anyway, back 20 questions. I'll tell you what, I'll knock one of these out so we keep it to even numbers, right? Nicole, how many questions did you have?
I just have just one.
Just one? All right. So that evens it out. So we got an even number for you, Kyle.
All right, perfect. I can deal.
All right, 20 questions. Some of these are light most of these are light and cheery. Some are deep and philosophical, whichever way you want to take them. Light and fluffy. Not fluffy. Not light, though. All right, so here we go. 20 questions. Number 1, what is your non-alcoholic drink of choice?
Cranberry juice.
Hey,
Cranberry juice.
I'm drinking cranberry juice right now.
Hot dog.
It's good for the bladder. It's good for the bladder. All right, number 2, what is your favorite color?
Tiffany blue. Not to be super homo, but Tiffany blue.
It's a pretty color. I mean,
it really is.
Number 3, dog or cat?
Both.
Yes. This one's like, I don't even know if I should even ask you this one. Number 4, what is the strangest job you've ever had?
Selling sex toys.
All right. See, strange to some, not strange to others.
Right.
Number 5, what is your biggest fear?
Heights.
Me too, man. You know what? It's not the height that scares me. It's that sudden stop at the end of the fall. That scares the fuck out. And as a 340-pound man, I know what sound that's going to make, and it's not pretty. And I know the mess it's going to make. Shit. Number 6, what is your guilty pleasure song? The one you'll fucking crank up in the truck, sing the fuck out of, but when you come to a light and somebody's next to you, you got to turn it down.
Oh, I don't ever turn any music down, but it's definitely Work Bitch from Britney Spears.
Hey, she's ridden in the back of my truck. She actually has. I'm not even
Has she really?
Yeah, I did work before I moved down from New York. I did a lot of celebrity work, but I can say I had Britney Spears in the back seat of my car, but just not in the way that I wanted to have her in the back of my car. She's very sweet.
Oh my God.
And her tour bus smells fucking fantastic.
Oh, I bet.
Let's see, where are we? Guilty pleasure. Number 7, what fictional character do you most identify with?
You know, I don't really know. A fictional character that I most I don't know. Probably the little girl with from fucking Despicable Me who's in love with unicorns. Because every time I see one, I'm like, oh my God, a fucking unicorn.
I don't think she says, oh my God, a fucking unicorn. I like it.
I legitimately have a fucking unicorn hanging from my my rear view mirror in my truck.
Nice. Number 8, and I'm referring to flavor, vanilla or chocolate?
Oh, flavor. Okay.
Yes, yes. Nobody ever picks vanilla when they're talking about something else. Number 9, what is your go-to comfort food? What makes you feel all warm and fuzzy?
Pizza.
Fuck yeah, man. I'm right there with you. It's like it's a complete meal. I mean, you can have all 4 food groups in it if you do it right: sugar, salt, fat, and booze.
Exactly.
Number 10, what is your favorite cheesy movie?
The Notebook.
That is cheesy. That is cheesy. Number 11, and you can't pick your own. What is your favorite literary work?
Well, it's definitely not my own. Stephen King, 100%.
Which one?
It was the very first book I ever read, like front to back, and oh my God, I've read it like 12 times.
I didn't read it. I'm old, and I remember when the original series, the miniseries, came out with Harry Anderson and
Tim Curry.
Tim Curry. I remember when, and I think that came out in like 87, 88, I think is when it came out. So I was around 10 years old, and man, that fucking scared me. But when I found out that it was a book, even at that age, I had to get it and I had to read it. And it was just so fucking good. So good.
It's engulfing, and it just takes everything over.
I still have yet to see the new new versions.
I saw the first one. It scared the shit out of me. Holy fuck. But the second one, I haven't seen yet.
Okay. But since it scared the fuck out of you, I'll take that as I should see it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Number 12, if you could have lived through any time period, what time period and why?
The 1800s because of the furniture and fashion.
All right. Number 13. What is your adult beverage of choice?
Cranberry citrus martini.
All right. Let's keep it with the cranberry theme. It's good
Yeah,
for
and
good
you
for your
gotta
system.
you have to add a little bit of citrus to it.
That's it. Got to avoid scurvy. Number 14, because you are in a relationship. If you got from your fiance a free pass to nail any celebrity and they have to be willing, no Bill Cosbying, if you could pick one celebrity to get a free pass, who would your free pass be?
Without drugs.
Without drugs, yeah. It's got to be fully consensual and conscious. Both, unless you want them to roofie you. I mean, if that's the case, that's your business, man. We're not gonna judge.
I mean, definitely Marky Mark.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can agree with that.
Like now or back in the Marky Mark days.
As long as Marky Mark's in my bed, I don't give a fuck.
All right, fair. That's fair. Number 15. This is a two-part question. What is your dream car if you're into automobiles? What is the one car that you
A Rolls Royce Wraith.
Nice. That's classy as fuck.
Baby blue with the mat.
Tiffany blue.
Oh, Tiffany blue. Yes.
And the second part of the question is, what was your first car? I'm a car guy, so what was your first car?
A 1954 Ford Fairlane 500. Baby blue exterior, dark blue interior.
Damn, you went big right out of the gate. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Mine was a 1988 Dodge Caravan, so it just wasn't that fucking fancy.
I mean, hey, those are good bands.
Hey man, we had some good times in that fucking thing.
I bet you did. It was the 80s.
We got it in the 80s. I got it in the 90s from my dad. Bought it from my dad. But we did a lot of fucked up shit in that thing, and it was a good time. Number 16. What is the first album you ever remember buying?
Britney Spears. Oops, I did it again.
That's awesome.
Oh my god.
And you were right with it too. Like, you didn't have to think about it. Like, you knew.
Yeah, I just busted ass laughing.
All right, number 17. What is the social cause you most stand for?
No judgment.
There you go. That's something all of us agree on.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Sure.
Like, fucking no judgment. Let everybody live their lives.
Yeah.
Damn right. I'm right on that. Number 18. I don't know if you're a video game guy. I'm not, but what's your favorite video game?
Crash Bandicoot Warped from the 90s.
That's retro. Number 19.
Or Twisted Metal.
Okay. I remember that one. Where are we? Number 19. What is your dream job? It could be the one you have now.
My dream job?
Yeah.
To win the lotto.
That is a damn good job.
So I can invest my money in logistics. My fiance and I actually own a logistics company as well. So okay. I would literally pour all of our money into that, so our money made more fucking money.
Hey Kyle, what's got 6 balls and fucks you twice a week?
6 balls and fucks you twice a week.
I know
the lottery.
Yeah.
Oh, that's true.
Sad.
That's true.
Actually, it fucks you 4 times a week.
Yeah, it does.
Powerball and Mega Millions.
Oh.
You got to be in it to win it, Nicole. Come on.
I don't play the lottery.
Neither do I.
I'm bad at luck.
Well, that's why I have my wife buy the ticket. This way, if we fucking lose, it's her fault because we know I ain't gonna win shit.
I always pick the same numbers. Eventually, they'll work. One of them will stick.
Number 20. What is the most interesting, crazy, weird, bizarre fact about Kyle Kunz?
Oh Lord, I'm definitely a plant guy. Like, I can't let any plant die, period. Like, if I see a plant on the side of the road and it looks like it has a little bit of life, I actually stop and grab it.
That's wholesome.
That is.
I don't-
That's very wholesome.
I don't even know why. Like I legitimately spent the last hour and a half before jumping on here planting spider plants because I have 130 of them that I have rescued.
Do you normally find plants on the side of the road? I'm gonna hang
I
out with
have
you.
several times. I take them from hoarders and things like that. Like I don't let any plants go into the dump trailer when I'm on a scene. They all come home with me.
Nicole is almost the same way, but with animal bones instead of plants.
Oh,
That's true. That's true.
She collects bones.
that's cool.
I will go back and I go back and collect roadkill sometimes. Like I'm like, oh, there's a dead possum or whatever, and then I'll literally go home and get my supplies and then come back.
I should have sent you all of the skeletons of the cats from Pet Cemetery.
It's kind of messed up.
You would have made her fucking life.
I want a mummified flat cat. I'd put it on my wall as art.
That's not fucked up. That's actually kind of cool.
It's a little fucked up. It's just a little.
I would pose with it. I would totally pose with it.
Please, I follow you on Instagram already. Please send me a picture next time you find a flat cat.
Flat cat.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely.
Thank you.
Number 21. This is an important question. Is the Earth round or flat?
Neither. It's fucking triangular.
Oh shit!
Dun, dun, dun.
You just fucked everybody up. That's probably the best answer we've ever gotten.
It definitely is.
The worst was Rio Paris. Hey,
Saying
Rio, is
yes.
the Earth round or flat? He's like, no, I don't even want to talk about it. We're not even going to go there, man. Hey, man, relax. Chill the fuck out. Number 22. When you were a kid, what did you want to be when you grew up?
I wanted to be a model.
I'm a model. You know what I mean? That's different. I like it. Number 23. This is the final question that I have for you. iPhone or Android?
Android.
Woo!
You are officially cool as fuck in our book. Fuck Apple.
I can't deal with the whole fucking the iPhone thing. Like Apple just drives me nuts. It's too simple.
I agree.
Yeah. All right. Now Nicole's got her question.
Kyle,
Let's do this.
can you take me through a typical day in your life?
A day in my life.
Yes.
I wake up between 4:30 and 5:30. Chill with my boys. Watch YouTube videos and mess around on IG. Eat my breakfast. Take my crazy pills and go to work. Then I come home from work and I just kind of reverse it. I usually just, eat my dinner, take a shower, play with my boys, do some gardening with my fiance, watch a movie, and go to bed. I'm kind of boring.
That sounds like a good life, though.
By the way, your garden looks great. I've been watching the progression. The backyard looks good.
Oh man, that's been gnarly as hell going on. Oh my God. Each one of those papers we made by hand.
No shit. Was like a mold or
Yeah, it was a mold and it's got six or seven spots in it. And then we have to make each individual fucking paper.
It sounds like it was a labor of insanity and or love.
So we definitely understand now why it costs so much money to have somebody come in and do it. Yeah.
It makes sense.
That's our ongoing project though. It's just something to keep us busy through all this COVID stuff.
Nice. Now, Nicole.
Yes.
Did you have any crazy ass Florida man stories you wanted to talk to Kyle about?
I have.
We talk about Florida man.
I have 2 Florida man stories.
Perfect.
One of them is a Florida man charged with pouring ketchup on his girlfriend in Pinellas Park. Yeah, not too far from here. Florida man allegedly poured ketchup on his girlfriend while she slept. Wagman's girlfriend of 11 years told investigators that she woke up in the middle of the night to find Wagman pouring ketchup on her and cursing at her. Wagman denied the allegations, although the reports say there was ketchup on his pants.
Now here's the thing though. Like,
that's so fun.
Like ketchup makes shitty food taste good, right? Maybe she just tasted gross and he was trying to improve it.
Maybe.
Yeah. Why wouldn't she just do like the chocolate syrup?
I don't know.
She was
or honey. It
sleeping.
takes longer to clean up, but
Honey, powdered sugar, anything.
you got to be careful with the powdered sugar in Miami.
Oh yeah, they'll fuck you up if you give them the wrong bag.
That's what I'm saying. But like of all the things to get arrested for, like he didn't piss on her, he didn't shit it, he put ketchup on her.
I imagine. I was wondering because the article didn't specify if it was like a squirt bottle or if it was like a 10 can that he had like opened,
or was it an old school glass bottle and he had to hold it at the 45-degree angle and slap the 57 like till it came out.
What if it was ketchup packets and he just had to open each individual one?
Yeah, I mean, I need more information.
Yeah,
on
see,
this.
like how much ketchup? Did it say how much ketchup was on her?
No,
like,
it just said there was ketchup on his pants, even though he denied the allegations.
Did they say that the girlfriend was like Carol Baskin or?
No,
that was sardine oil. Okay, get it right.
Oh yeah, sardine oil.
Did you? Speaking of which, holy shit! Did you hear that she got control of the fucking GW Zoo?
Yes, but she is also under investigation for forgery on her dead husband's will.
Yeah, we knew that. Because who else writes my disappearance? No one.
I mean, I actually planned on writing that on my fiance's will.
Before or after this all happened?
After, because she gave me a really good idea.
Nice. That's fucked up. I just think it's great. But here's a catch though. She gets control of the zoo. She gets 120 days, then she takes control of it. But she doesn't get it. It's not in there that she gets the animals. She just gets the property.
Yes. So they have to clean the animals out.
Correct. So she's not getting the animals, which I think she probably wanted the animals more than anything else. But she does.
Yes.
Can I tell you my next Florida man story while we're on that?
Hit it.
Missing zoo animals were found in a Florida man's apartment. Dun, dun, dun.
Were they big cats?
No, they weren't.
Oh.
They were, however, box turtles, gopher tortoises, 2 other box turtles, a spider monkey, and a skink.
A skank?
So,
there are plenty of them around in Tampa.
Yeah, go to Nebraska. Jesus.
Hey, that's where Carol Baskin hangs out. She goes for a nice leisurely walk at night.
Exactly. At midnight. So wait, they broke into a zoo, took all that like turtles.
No, well, they were actually stolen from, because this happened in Gainesville, so they were stolen from the Santa Fe College Teaching Zoo and found in a Florida man's apartment.
But still, whether it's a teaching zoo or it's a zoo is a zoo when it comes down to it.
Yeah.
So, speaking of which, we missed the anniversary. Dick's Alpha Harambe.
Oh yeah, that was last week.
We missed that anniversary.
Yeah. There was actually 11 going. Oh, sorry. What?
I don't even know why he wouldn't like steal an alligator or something.
I would steal an alligator, guys. I
mean, hang on. I got to play devil's advocate here. A gopher tortoise is probably a little bit easier and potentially safer to steal than an I mean, if you don't know what the fuck you're doing with an alligator, it going chomp chomp, and it's going to end up.
You throw it through a Wendy's window and rob the people.
Yeah, but that was a small one. That doesn't count.
I just imagine him like holding up the alligator in the Wendy's window, like stick him up, guys, like holding it up like that.
It was a fully automatic reptile.
Yeah.
You're right over there.
There was they found more animals, and they think that the rest of them are going to be recovered safely. They apparently got tipped off by great collaboration and effort from the community, who were given public tips.
We saw him smuggling tortoises into his apartments.
We thought he had bigger tits. Turns out it was just 2 turtles in his shirt.
Oh shit! Oh my god!
This is what happens in Florida. I love it. What the fuck are you doing? She's mangling the banana.
I'm sorry. It looks like a poo.
It does, in fact, look like a poo.
I have an eggplant. Squeezy.
We have a banana, 2 tits.
There.
Stress. Yep. I have an eggplant one.
And a piece of poo.
A piece of poo. That's a happy piece of shit.
Because it happens. What else you got, Nicole?
That's it for Florida Man stories, but I have a
Nice.
couple of today in histories and some happy birthdays.
Why don't we wrap up with Kyle and then we'll get to those, unless you want to hear happy birthday, who celebrities who have birthdays today and this day in history.
Oh, this day in history. That's pretty cool.
All right. If he's a history guy, fire it off, Nicole.
All right, let's talk about some history. So today in history.
Let's make fun of history.
In the year 68, just 68, Roman Emperor Nero committed suicide to evade death by flogging on today's date.
I don't know, man. Some people pay money for that flogging.
I mean, they probably would. Yeah. In the year 1456, the 23rd recorded sighting of Halley's Comet.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's cool.
And 1772 was the first naval attack of the Revolutionary War taking place in Providence, Rhode Island.
See, and that's the last big thing to happen in Providence, Rhode Island.
That's the only big thing that's ever happened in Providence, Rhode Island, because, I mean, it's Rhode Island.
Fuck Rhode Island.
In 1890, the comic opera Robin Hood first premieres.
The regular one or Men in Tights? Because that one was great.
The regular one in 1890 in Chicago. And in 1963, Barbara Streisand appears on the Ed Sullivan Show.
Babs.
1970, Bob Dylan is given honorary doctorate of music at Princeton University.
Nice.
1975, a fire in prison fire in prison hospital in Sanford, Florida, kills 10 prisoners and 1 guard.
Damn. What year was that?
1975.
Okay.
Wow, I'm gonna have to Google that one.
Yeah. 1971, Paul McCartney's album Ram goes gold.
Nice. Sir Paul McCartney.
And in 1989, Star Trek: The Final Frontier premieres in the USA.
Nice.
And I didn't watch that because I was 2 years old, but my dad probably did.
What's funny is, 2 weeks ago, I went up to Cape Canaveral for the space launch, and I'm a big space nerd. That's like the only thing I'm really nerdy about. And they were interviewing the head of NASA, Jim Bridenstine, and they asked him, do you prefer Star Wars or Star Trek? This dude, without missing a beat, Spaceballs.
Done.
That's epic. Dude is fucking legend.
Epic. Done.
Dude is legend. Spaceballs. Like, without even missing a beat. It wasn't even like he thought about it. It was Spaceballs. Like,
Jesus.
Fucking love this guy. And he's about he's in his mid-40s, so,
I'm gonna have to go watch that, and now I'm gonna have to watch Airplane 2 because now I'm on that kind of comic kick.
Those are fucking great. Watch Airplane 1, then Airplane 2.
Oh yeah, Airplane 1 and 2. Yeah.
You got to watch them both. The writing in that, every time I've seen Airplane and Airplane 2 probably 100 times wouldn't even be an exaggeration. And every time I see it, there's something new. Whether it's a visual gag or line of dialogue you pick up on, just so well done. It's mind blowing.
100%. It's so crazy.
I love it. Did you have anything else? Birthdays?
Yeah, I got some birthdays. Happy birthday to Mr. Johnny Depp himself.
Hey, there you go.
Happy birthday to Miss Natalie Portman.
Nice.
Happy birthday to Michael J. Fox.
Hey, she's shaking it up.
And comedian Piff the Magic Dragon.
Nice. Is he still alive?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Isn't he from Tampa?
I don't remember. No, he's from somewhere with an accent.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's right. He's the English guy.
I don't remember where he's
somewhere
from.
With an accent.
Somewhere with an accent.
Somewhere other than Florida.
Florida has an accent. Just listen to her. She's naturally from. You're not from Florida originally, right?
Ew, no. I'm from New Hampshire.
All right.
I got a couple of holidays for you too.
What are the holidays? I love holidays.
Happy National Donald Duck Day. My favorite pie, one of my favorite pies, National Strawberry Rhubarb Pie.
Nice. Never rub another man's rhubarb. Unless he asks for it.
Today is World Pet Memorial Day. Sad face.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh.
Canadian Environmental Day.
Nice.
Community Health Improvement Week.
Okay.
National Automotive Service Professionals Week.
There you go.
We're in the midst of National Lemonade Days, which is from June 6 to June 14.
Is lemonade that important where it's got to have like a week?
I guess.
Fuck.
National Garden Week.
Hey.
There we go.
And I actually wrote a note here that says, and many more, literally so many weeks and months in commemoration and celebration in June that it might be safe to say that if you have a cause for something that you enjoy, there's probably a month for you. And if there isn't, start one.
There you go.
Hey, there
I like
you go.
that.
Start your own trend. Time to
I
start
like
your
that.
own hashtag.
I like that. Lemonade though. Now I want some.
Lemonade.
Now I want some fucking lemonade.
I had lemonade last night,
Nice.
hanging out.
I'm
By the way,
definitely going to make some tomorrow.
Yeah.
You have until the 14th to celebrate National Lemonade Days.
By the way, talking about like today being National Pet Memorial Day.
Uh-huh.
Me and Raj were driving. We were taking care of some stuff yesterday, running some errands. My son is 15 years old. He's a fat kid like me, and he's funny as fuck. He's funnier than me. And he's making joke. And he said something about he wants to sell our pet rabbit, which died a couple of years ago and has been cremated. He wants to sell the rabbit. Some assembly required. Include a pair of jumper cables and a battery. He's a sick. He's
I like
a sick
it.
fuck, man.
I like it.
This kid.
Next time I see him, I'm going to tell him I'm interested in purchasing his rabbit.
This kid, dude. He writes his own joke. He hasn't performed on stage in a while because he's a freshman in high school and marching band and all that shit. But like, you know, some of his jokes. He wanted to rename his middle school the Cutting Board because of all the emo kids.
Oh shit. Okay, that's awesome.
You want to know where all the emo kids hang out? Ceiling fans.
Oh,
I made that fucking kid.
that's awesome.
He's fucked up. Whatever. What else you got, Nicole?
That's it.
That's it?
That's it. No muss
All
from
right.
me.
All right. Kyle, is there anything besides the YouTube channel and your books that you want to promote, push, announce to the audience?
No, I think that's pretty much it. I mean, definitely follow us on IG. You can follow at Crime Scene Cleaning on IG, and then mine is at Kyle R. Kunz 69, National Sex.
Hey.
And definitely follow us on YouTube because it is never, ever, ever a dull moment. And my books can be purchased on Amazon by just typing in my name.
There you go.
I just realized I'm already following him.
You should be.
I know, but I went to go follow him and I already was. That's
Good job, Nicole.
Thanks. I was. I'm going to post the links. I posted some of the links in our comments already, but
Okay.
for our beautiful viewers who want to follow our guest.
You rock.
Yeah.
Sweet.
So, Kyle, appreciate you coming on and spending some time with us and having a couple laughs.
Yeah, definitely. Thank you guys for having me, and thank you for running me down, but not running me down in Publix.
Chasing him across the parking lot. Hey, man, I like your YouTube channel. That got his attention, though. It fucking worked. It worked. What's funny is like, you know, you don't think about it, you know. I knew the company was local and you know, and that, but you just never think about it. I've worked with tons of celebrities and famous people, and it's like very rarely do I chase somebody down to say hi. But like I'm like, I fucking love this channel. I'm like, I gotta say hi to this dude at least.
Oh yeah, I had both arms full of groceries, but I stopped and said hello.
And hopefully I didn't want to take too much of your time because you were carrying groceries. I think I was carrying groceries too. But
Yeah,
you know,
no,
I appreciate you stopping. I appreciate you coming on.
Hey, no problem. Thanks for having me, guys.
Keep making the awesome content, and we'll be talking to you soon.
All right, sounds good. Take it easy, guys.
You too, bud. There we go. We're still on the air.
Hey, welcome back.
Hey, man, such a nice guy.
Very nice.
Seriously,
that was a good chat we had.
Yeah, if you guys aren't watching that show, Crime Scene Cleaners, the YouTube channel, definitely check it out. There is you know, a bit of gore to it. There is, you know, some disturbing things you might see, but it's incredibly compelling. The person, Kyle's personality, I mean, you see how he is, and the whole team is they mesh well, and it's really an entertaining show to watch, despite the fact that it's a pretty macabre subject matter. So definitely check that out.
You gotta laugh at things sometimes.
If we didn't laugh, we would all go insane. Jimmy Buffett.
Truth.
True story.
Yeah.
So what else is going on? So the show in New York, very important, folks. If you're in New York, if you're going to be in New York on July 18th, we're doing this social distance style. Originally, we had booked this. It's going to be an outdoor event in a tent, an event in a tent, doing comedy. Originally, we were going to set, the capacity was like 250. We're limiting it now. Only 100 tickets are going to be sold. Like I said, it's me, Peter Wolfinger, Terry McNeely, Paul Bond, Little Raj. We might have another one or two comics pop up, but come out, support your local stand-up comedians and performers of all walks. Did they? When are you going to start dancing at Gaspar's Grotto? Still nothing. Still no date.
No, sir.
God damn.
No problem. Write your local Gaspar's Grotto owners and tell them that you want entertainment.
Well, are they open for business at all?
They are, and they've brought back one DJ.
I think the problem is they don't want to go to high capacity, and they don't want to push the capacity boundaries. And
yeah, you're absolutely right.
And having the dancers up there. I mean, you're up there to attract the crowd in and get the crowd pumped. And
yeah,
if
they're keeping it low key for a bit.
Yeah,
they're keeping it low key for a bit.
Which I get. I mean, it sucks, but I get it.
I have been in contact with them, and they do want us back eventually. They said we would love to have you back. We just don't know when right now. But other than that, you can still support all of the dancers on Instagram. We all have our own YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, things like that. We are performing on the internet still. So
there you go.
Yeah. So you're welcome to check us out. Welcome to, in the meantime, follow our page, Gaspars_Siren, Gaspar's Grotto. Follow K2 Lemieux, Holly Havoc, Leela Bell Quintrell, Tony Tesla, Alex Rose, and Carla. And myself, of course.
Nice.
Yeah,
definitely follow them and check it out and watch the shows they do. Not only are they entertaining to watch, but they're also very nice. I know most of them, and they're very nice people.
Yeah. A number of them have been guests on here.
Yes.
So.
Yes.
So yeah, that's it. But no, in the meantime, you can hire Perfect Time Catering for your catering needs. We are extremely clean. We are extremely, we do get tested for COVID on a regular basis.
But is the food good?
The food is good, and it's made with love.
Aww.
It's made with love, and it's good ingredients. And you can also go to Acropolis in South Tampa, where Miss K2 Lemieux is currently bartending.
Nice.
And I will start belly dancing eventually.
Hopefully sooner rather than later.
Hopefully sooner rather than later, yes.
Well, the comedy clubs here in Tampa just starting to, do shows again with limited capacities, and in New York it's still nothing. I think July 1st they're going to start doing 50% capacity in venues, which is going to suck, especially in a lot of the venues that are small. In New York there are a lot of small comedy clubs, small places that half capacity doesn't pay the bills. So hopefully people can hopefully it opens up. It really sucks for performers of all walks. I mean, I'm fortunate to have a full, a full-time job. So I'm losing money by not being able to perform, but it's not the money I need to live on day to day. And a lot of people are not working. So support these, performers. Go follow the, go check out the sirens when they're dancing, and tip them well and tip them generously and tip them often.
I would like to say a personal thank you to some of the people who have been supporting performers in this time. They understand that without us, you need entertainment. You need entertainment. So there's been a couple of people who have been, supporting us in other ways, doing online classes for their kids and tutoring and, teaching instruments and things like that. So shout out to those people who are still utilizing our services.
Yeah. I was in the middle of reading the text. I'm sorry.
You're cool. That's fine. I'm just playing with a banana over here. Looks like a plantain more than a banana. I mean, I guess they look similar.
Well, I saw something today, like living the mom life. You buy 4 bananas and they get eaten instantly. You buy 8 bananas and nobody eats them. They go bad.
Buy 6.
True. Very true. Actually, there is another YouTube channel I do want to talk about real quick. And if you have not checked it out, it's another one, obviously check out Crime Scene Cleaners because they're awesome. But this one, and you'd be interested in it, Sam the Cooking Guy.
Okay.
He's out of San Diego. He is, it's my type of personality cooking, and he's fucking hilarious. But the food he cooks is awesome. We were watching it a couple weeks ago, and he made this char siu pork sandwich.
Char soup?
Char siu.
What is that?
You ever have the Chinese barbecue ribs, the red?
Oh, yeah.
It's that sauce, but without the red dye.
Okay.
It's honey, mirin. Well, I actually used a Chinese cooking wine, which I didn't have, so just used mirin. But it's soy sauce, honey.
I didn't know that there was a dye.
Yeah, they put the red dye in it.
I just assumed it was spice.
No, it's red. That's fucking red food coloring.
Oh, that's dumb.
Yeah.
I don't like that shit.
Why am I blanking on the Chinese barbecue sauce?
Teriyaki.
No. The other one, thicker, plum, sweet. Holy shit. Yeah,
ponzu, not ponzu.
Not ponzu. Although ponzu's delicious.
I like ponzu a lot.
Why the fuck am I blanking on this? Holy crap.
I know what you're talking about.
But yeah, some of that shit.
Hoisin,
yes.
Hoisin. I should know this.
Hoisin sauce, soy sauce, Chinese 5-spice. But it's, that's what char siu is. And you marinate it and you grill it.
Okay.
But it was that with the broccoli slaw, and it was so good. And then Raj's birthday was a couple weeks ago. So for his birthday, he wanted me to make the ultimate chicken bacon ranch sandwich.
What was the name of your YouTuber again?
Sam the Cooking Guy.
Sam
the Cooking Guy.
The Cooking Guy.
He does a lot of outdoor barbecue type stuff, barbecuing, cooking on the grill. He's actually got a fucking sweet backyard setup. He's got a gas grill. He's got a flat top, it's round. I forget what brand it is, but it's a gas flat top.
That sounds fun.
Outdoor. Yeah. So he's got a cool setup, but he makes some fucking really good stuff. But so we made that and followed his recipe. It was phenomenal. The chicken bacon ranch was fucking phenomenal. And there's a bunch of other shit. Like I have a list at home of other recipes of his I want to try.
That sounds cool.
Because everything he's making is very simple. The one thing I will not make, although it looked really good, he did the ultimate steak sandwich, and he used a square piece of A5 Wagyu, New York strip. And the whole steak was like $140.
No thanks.
I'm like, that looks good, but he deep fried it.
Why? Wait, no, don't do that.
No, he deep fried it for like a minute and 20 seconds. He breaded it with panko and just fried it so the panko got toasted and it stuck. But when he cut it open, the steak was fucking rare. I mean, juicy. And
it sounds great, but $140 to deep fry something? Come on.
Missed the opportunity to call himself Sam the Cooking Man.
That's literally what I said. That's literally what I said.
You know what? It was probably taken.
Sam the Cooking Man.
That's Sam the Cooking Guy. But he's got a couple restaurants in San Diego. And nice. His son does the camera work and stuff, so it's a family operation. But he's entertaining. He's got a shirt, and I want to order it. It says, if fat equals flavor, I'm fucking delicious. Yeah. But there was that. There were a couple other things I wanted to mention. Well, obviously the rocket launch, which I didn't get to talk about because we didn't do a show last week. But I got the worst fucking sunburn on my legs. Nicole saw the fucking contrast a week later between my lower ankle below my sock and my fucking legs, and this is better than it looked.
You're still pink.
Like it was so painful. I could barely walk.
That sucks.
It blistered up. I mean, it was the worst sunburn I've ever had in my life. So the takeaway from that, kids, is use sunscreen. Use it.
I don't burn. I do burn, but then I'm like, it's over like a day later.
My arms and my face, because I had a base tan, were fine.
Oh,
my legs, because I usually wear pants. My legs haven't seen the sun in like 2 years. So, you
got super white legs.
They were super white, yeah. But my arms, I mean, I'm tan. I mean, I'm almost as dark as you are.
Yeah.
And I'll keep getting, like, the more I'm in the sun, I'll just keep getting darker and darker and darker.
That's how I am too.
It's that Middle Eastern blood for me.
It's the Hispanic part of me.
It's all right. Same thing.
It's because we're yellow. We're light brown.
Just remember this. Going back to SPF 100. Yup. Yeah. Well, you're fucking bright white. You have to use like SPF 150. That's not a thing.
I know.
Doesn't actually exist, but she definitely needs it because she white.
She's porcelain.
She's porcelain. Yes.
She's porcelain.
She is porcelain. But yeah, so that's my advice, kids, is do that. My other piece of advice is if you ever have the chance, and SpaceX is launching rockets like every couple weeks, go and see a fucking launch. It was so cool.
I would like to.
So cool.
I would love to.
We'll plan a fucking trip. Once I get my Jeep back, once I get my Jeep fixed up, and we'll do a thing. You guys come, and we'll caravan out there with 2 cars right on the where we were was we weren't incredibly close to the launch pad. But it was like a little small beach on the Banana River. So you can go out, you can go in the water, you can lay out in the sand if you want. I just set up camping chairs at the back of my truck and hung out. Nice people around, very friendly. We actually went twice. We went Wednesday, the 27th, when the launch was originally scheduled for, and that got scrubbed. So then we went the following Saturday, and it was a successful launch. And it was a first time launching astronauts into space from American soil since 2011.
2011.
So for a rocket ship nerd like me, which I watch tons of fucking historical videos and so there's actually another YouTube channel I'll pitch today. I think she just calls it now the Vintage Space, but a young lady named Amy Shira Title talks about the historical space stuff. Really smart girl. She's got a book out. But learning the history, I've always had a love for the history of the space program here in the country, and to bring it back and start launching astronauts safely and successfully from American soil is pretty significant to me.
That's pretty cool.
I fucking nerd out.
No, you're fine. I like it. I like
Really?
it. Yeah.
Really? Yeah. Huh.
What is that article I sent you today about space?
Did I get a chance to look at it?
I didn't look at the article. I'm sorry, but it says NASA wants to probe deeper into Uranus. That's for real though. Yeah, they're definitely interested in that. And they show an image here of Uranus, which is blue. Up until now, NASA has never paid too much attention to Uranus.
I bent over in front of a mirror. My anus is not blue, okay?
But now the space agency wants to take a good long look at Uranus.
Nice.
A NASA group outlined 4 possible missions to the ice giant Uranus, Neptune, including 3 orbiters, a possible flyby of Uranus. The planned probes should take off in the 2030s. New Scientist reports the preferred mission is an orbiter with an atmospheric probe to enter Uranus or Neptune. This provides the highest science value and allows a deep study of all aspects of either planet's systems, rings, satellites, atmospheres, megaspheres, says Amy Simon, co-chair of the Ice Giants Pre-Decadal Study Group.
Nice.
Yeah, there you go.
I just want to take a look at something on that.
I just like saying Uranus.
I know.
And saying that Uranus is filled with ice and a bunch of other stuff and, whatever. Because fuck it, FUBAR.
I found a picture of what the probe is going to look like.
Roger. Roger.
That's what the probe for Uranus is going to look like.
Roger. It's
what?
Pink. Everybody knows it's got to be black.
So you don't see the duty on it. That's fucked up.
Yeah, it's okay though. I would not expect anything less from you.
One thing I did learn is you don't pull it out like you're starting a fucking lawnmower. They're doing that just to provide comedians with easy jokes. That's what your mom said. You're right. You ain't wrong.
NASA is contributing towards the entertainment of our society.
What does toilet paper and the USS Enterprise have in common?
They both wipe out Klingons.
They both keep the Klingons away from Uranus.
Oh, okay.
That's what's funny. Like, I've written a whole bunch of new material during this whole coronavirus thing, but none of my jokes involve coronavirus.
Good. The only joke about coronavirus I have is that everybody's going to come out of quarantine with better jokes.
They're all going to be about coronavirus. Like, that's what I'm dreading.
I already hear songs about like, oh, I'm so, like, rappers being like, I'm so sick, like coronavirus or whatever.
Like, one thing I'm glad about is my first show out is going to be with the comedians it's going to be with, because I know they have plenty of material that's not coronavirus.
That's a good lineup.
It is it's a solid lineup.
That's a good lineup.
It's killer.
I hope that's a successful show for you and everybody involved.
I hope so. Well, my biggest thing for doing the show, and I got to be honest with everybody, as much as I want to see everybody up in New York and I want to spend time with you guys, and there will be some time where I'm actually going to plan something that's not comedy related so we can have a drink together and enjoy without that bullshit. But I still urge people who want to come to the show and support us to do so. When John was pitching the show to me, he said it's going to be an outdoor show in a tent right outside of Cafe Spiga, and they're going to have food trucks and a Zeppeli truck. As soon as he said Zeppeli truck, I was fucking sold. I didn't care about anything. I don't care if I get paid for the show. I want fucking Zeppeli. If you've never had a Zeppeli and you don't know what a Zeppeli is, if you don't know what it is and you never had one, your life is not complete. I strongly urge you to go to New York when this whole virus thing is done. Find a street fair and find a truck that's got Zeppeli. It's like an Italian donut made with ricotta cheese, and it's sweet, and they cover it in powdered sugar and serve it in a bag, and it's greasy and sweet and doughy.
Why do they serve it in a bag?
Well, because you're at a street fair.
Oh, okay, I gotcha.
That's where you get them. You can get them in some restaurant, but they're always the best from the street fair. And they serve them to you in a bag, and they pour powdered sugar on top, and you shake the bag.
Is it like pieces of things you eat?
You
or
have
is it
Chinese
like
donuts from a Chinese restaurant? It's
Yeah.
like little balls.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Oh, okay. Thai
like
donuts.
Yeah.
Yeah, I gotcha.
Like that, but like a million times better.
Cool.
Like seriously.
Whoa.
Like I'll get
Whoa.
Chinese donuts just because it has some resemblance to it, but it's just not even close.
I like fried dough. Who doesn't? I like all the fried doughs.
True. Well, I told you about my empanada experiment.
Yeah.
That was so good. I want to do that again. I told you I did the apples.
No.
Oh yeah.
I don't fry foods. I tend to start fires.
Yeah, so you could bake them if you want.
Okay.
Just brush the top with egg.
Okay.
No, what I did, I took apple pie filling.
Yeah.
Poured it into a bowl. Pulled some of the excess sauce out of it. Refilled the sauce with caramel. And then stuffed the empanadas with the caramel and apples.
You have made turnovers.
Well, it was a caramel apple empanada.
How is that not a turnover?
Because it's an empanada.
Okay,
Turnover
fine.
is something else.
Okay, all right. It's just fried things inside of
It's
things.
fucking delicious. By the way, on our way to Publix, there's a food truck that sells only pierogies. I want you to text me the general location of said pierogi truck because, yeah, I may drive up there just for I fucking love pierogies. You should get some, and if they have the sweet cheese ones, you should get those and with sour cream and onions.
Sweet cheese is so good.
Oh my god!
Like just sweet cheese in general.
But this is it's sweet cheese pierogi, and you pan fry it, so it gets nice and crispy on the outside, and you serve it with sour cream. So you got the sweet cheese with the sour cream, and oh my god!
Wait, are pierogies the one with potatoes inside?
You can put potatoes in them.
Oh, okay.
But the cheese one, the sweet cheese, the real sweet cheese ones, just has cheese. There's no potato.
Okay.
And it's not cream cheese. It's actually farmer's cheese, which is closer to cottage cheese.
You just made me want to make cheesecake. Thanks.
Okay. Make cheesecake filling and put that in the empanada and deep fry that.
I don't deep fry things.
You should learn.
No. I've started 2 fires in the 2 times that I've deep fried things. I'm good.
That's awesome. All right. So I think we're going to wrap it up, kids. Again, I want to give a big thank you to Kyle Kunz from Crime Scene Cleaning for coming on and hanging out with us. Hell of a good guy. Great personality, man. He's such a nice guy. And that their channel, again, for what they deal with and what they do, really shitty situations in life, they make the best of it, and it's a watchable program. So check it out, Crime Scene Cleaning on the YouTube. Nicole Iolio.
Follow me on the internet.
Yes.
Nicole_Raven on Instagram. That's the most important one. You can find everything else from there. But I don't have anything else to say because I don't have any shows coming up. But you should book me for your private bartending events. I'm a licensed bartender, and now I'm a certified food handler.
Yeah. So you can handle the meat.
Yeah.
Nice.
I can handle the meat.
As far as for me, well, you got to give you links.
Handles
and such.
Nicole NIKOLE _Raven RAVEN on Instagram. by the same name on Facebook and most other forms of social media.
Yeah.
So yeah, do that. Follow me. Find out where I'll be bartending / promoting, working, whatever.
Yep, definitely do it and support her. As for me, you can follow me on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Instagram at Real Roger Nelson. And fucking guy, I'm gonna put him on speakerphone now.
Is that Mr. John?
Hey, John, you're live on the air.
You're still on the air?
Yeah.
We're just about to sign off. It's a 2-hour show.
Oh.
I'll call.
Right, so call me back as soon as you're done.
Yeah, I'll call you back in like 15 minutes.
All right, bye.
Love you. Bye. Fucking love this guy.
I love him too.
All right. So yeah, Facebook, Instagram, whatever, all that bullshit. Real Roger Nelson. Also, don't forget to follow this show, like, share, subscribe on all social media platforms at FooBar Weekly. Yeah, that's pretty much it. July 18th, Cafe Spiga with John Butera. And that's it. Support Nicole and the girls. Don't forget to spay or neuter your children. Don't be assholes to each other.
Yeah, don't be assholes to each other.
Because we're all pink on the inside.
Yep. We're all assholes on the outside sometimes.
It's true. That is true.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's it. Nicole, you got anything else to say?
No, sir.
Then what do you say?
FooBar out.